I think it's safe to say at this point that the Twiddlefinger clones are making up the bulk of the new lyrics mods that are actually dropping in FNF. And while some of them are okay, a lot of them are really bad and it's getting a little bit out of hand. In this video, I want to go ahead and cover some of the new good Twiddlefinger clones that have dropped, and then I want to cover some of the ones that are not so great. And before some of you start complaining, I'm not going to be mean about it for the most part. Now, the first song that I want to add in this video is going to be the Beggar List. And it's not necessarily because it's the best one on the list, but this is one that people have recently asked me to cover. It basically deals with this little monkey being homeless. And if you're familiar with the Max Design Pro channel, you've probably seen him in a video singing for money. It seems like in the mod, the Nugget might be the only person that this monkey has left in his life, which makes sense once you hear the lyrics. And honestly, even without a cutscene to go with the lyrics, this little mod was a lot better than I was expecting. Next is going to be the Metacarpal Madness. And when I saw Silly Billy and Max battling, I just knew that this was going to be trash. But after playing through the mod, the song was actually a banger. The only downside for me was that there was no lyrics for this one, but the fact that we get to see like Silly Billy and Max go head to head kind of make up for it. Next, we have the 17 Nugs mod, which is basically a Twiddlefingers, but in the 17 bucks art style. And I have to say that this one probably sounds the best out of all the mods that will actually make it on this list. Now, with that being said, they didn't do anything crazy with the mod, and the lyrics are still the same as the original Twiddlefinger, but with like the beats and everything, it just sounds awesome. I also find it kind of funny that in this art style, Max kind of looks more like a giant sewer rat than a monkey. The next clone that I like was actually this Trifle Thumb fan made. I really enjoyed the sprite design here, and I also like the fact that they updated the cutscene with lyrics, even though they didn't really do anything else outside of that. And now that I've covered some of the clones that I liked, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the ones that were a bit rougher, starting with another Trifle Thumb mod, but the sprites on this one are definitely interesting. The song for this one is fine, considering that it's pretty much the same as all the other Trifle Thumb songs, but the cutscene here left a lot to be desired. The one thing that I can say about this mod is that it did give me a good laugh. And to give it a little bit of grace, I don't think they were actually taking themselves too seriously when they were making this mod. Next, we have this mod called the Rizzler. And while the face that Max makes in the mod is pretty funny, it left me wanting a bit more. I thought it was gonna have some lines with him like trying to seduce boyfriend or something like that, but sadly, it just missed an opportunity. Next, we have the Eyes on Me mod, and this one was definitely funny, but the sprites in the cutscene reminded me of a but bad FNF mod, and I'm not sure that that's what the developers were actually going for. The pieces of lyrics that I could understand do sound super creepy though, which does like bump this one up a little bit for me. I think if the lyrics were a bit clearer, this one would have actually possibly made it closer to the good tier. Next, we have the Twiddlefinger but Nugget, and in the mod, Max and Nugget basically just swap places. And honestly, I don't hate this mod. It's basically just like the original Twiddlefingers. I think I just wish that they would have done something a bit more to make it original, or simply to make it stand out in some way. I will admit that I did actually enjoy the fact that they animated the Nugget in the lyric cutscene, even though Max seemed to be like a static image. Now, there are also a couple of mods that can no longer be downloaded for whatever reason, so I have to watch some of the gameplay on Friday Funkin' Beast channel and also Sad Finn. And the ones that I saw on the Funkin' Beast channel, a lot of them just look like they added sprites to older mods. And while I can't be sure, a lot of these type of mods just use the same old lyrics and cutscenes as well, even though they have different actual characters in the mod. Like in this example, we see that the dad is actually going against the bully, but it still plays the teacher's cutscene. And there was another mod where it has the parents versus the children, and the lyric cutscene is basically just a mashup of old lyric cutscenes from other fan-made mods. And as I said in the beginning of this video, I'm not going to try to be too harsh here, but I do feel like this comes off a little bit lazy, and it's like people are simply just trying to milk the trend, honestly. Now, some of the mods that I found on the Sad Finn channel are a little bit better because at least all the sprites are new in the background as well, but they do suffer from reusing old cutscenes as well, which is very disappointing. Because I was really expecting something awesome when I saw that this guy was tied up like this. And yes, I am aware of how messed up that sounds. Now, I don't know if some of these mods are actually meant to be played or if they're just people who know how to like mod different characters into mods. But if I do get the ability to actually play them, I'll do a fair review on them just like some of the other ones. But with that being said, let me know down in the comments if you enjoy this type of video, and we'll see you tomorrow with another one, unless the update drops with Pico today, and then you may get a double upload. Peace, peace.